Hello friends, how are you? Here welcome again to my YouTube channel Easy Edutech. Here is with you SD Kuptekar from the Department of Chemistry. Dear friends, we have to continue with the chapter by taking the here next portion, that is the chemical properties of the phenol here. In my previous lecture, we have discussed the chemical properties of the alcohol. Now we have to continue with this. Are you ready for that? It is very easy and simple. Why I have to say? Because like this reaction we have to take in my previous, we have discussed in my previous video. I have asked you where we have to discuss. So be ready for that. So we have to move towards this. One thing is most important. You have to take pen and paper for more practice. I know the practice makes a man perfect. You also know. So we have to continue here. Now dear friends, we have to discuss the halogenation of the phenol. All of you know what is the phenol? Phenols are the hydroxyl derivative of benzene, which is obtained by replacing hydrogen atom from the benzene by the hydroxyl group. It is very simple. Again we have to know about this phenol. This is the ortho position. We have to say just like this ortho. This is the meta position and this is the para position. All of we are know. Again this is the ortho, meta and para. Then if you have to give the number, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That is here 2, 4, 6. Why I have discussed like this thing? Because we have used this position now. So we have to continue with the first reaction, that is the halogenation of phenol. For your kind information, no need to cram this reaction. You have to pay more attention how the reaction I have discussed. So no need to cram. Only you have to observe. We have to make easy. I have used the word we have make easy. That means contribution of you and me is necessary here. I have write the reactions on the board. You have write the reaction on the paper. So it is important. So are you ready for that? Okay, we have to move here. So see here, initially we have to discuss the halogenation of bromine. Halogens we have to use here, halogenation of phenol. Halogen we have to use bromine. When we have to discuss the reaction regarding the bromine, there are two types of reaction we have to observe regarding the bromine. One reaction regarding the bromine is we have to take the liquid bromine, and another we have to take the plain bromine. So we have to continue with the liquid bromine. When phenol is react with the here bromine, that is we have to take the liquid bromine here. Liquid bromine. Here the reaction is very simple. No need to be cramped. I have say here the 3 hydrogen atoms from this group, from this position and this position is now replaced by the bromine, and we have get the product just like this. It is very simple. All of we are know about that. There is a formation of here 2,4,6 tribromophenol. 2,4,6 tribromophenol. What happened here? Here 3 hydrogen atom is replaced by the 3 bromine. So for balancing the reaction, I have take here 3 bromine just like this. Now here there is 6 bromine. Out of 6 we have to use here 3 bromine. Now 3 bromine and the 3 hydrogen which are present in this position are combined, and they have give the thrice HBr. So this is the first reaction regarding the bromine. It is very easy. So we are write easily. This is the 2,4,6 tribromophenol. So it is important. Now second reaction we are take here. It is very simple again. Instead of this bromine, instead of liquid bromine, we have take here plain bromine. So I can write here bromine just like this. And now this bromine is react with the polar solvent just like the here CS2. Another polar solvent also we have used chloroform CaCl3 as well as carbon tetrachloride CCl4 at low temperature. I can write here abbreviated form at low temperature. Now see here, when we have to do this reaction is somewhat different. In my previous video, I have said you there are two types of product is formed here. When the bromine is come here at this position, there is a ortho product is formed, and bromine is come at this position, there is a para product is formed here. But here, according to the resonance structure, again we have to observe the major product which is formed here at this position, and the minor product is here. So let's we have to do how the reaction is to be proceed. Second reaction we have to take regarding the bromine, that is the here plain bromine we have to use. For that we have to use the polar solvent CS2. Here so many polar solvents are present. Among that we have to take CS2. The another polar solvent is that CaCl3, CCl4. So it is important. Now when this reaction we have to observe, actually here the electrophilic substitution we have to observe. That means what happened here? The one bromine is substituted, is here attached here at the ortho position, it can give the product, and another bromine attached here at the para position, it can give the product. So when the bromine is attached here, we have get the product just like this. It is very simple. What is the name of the phenol? And another product which you have to observe, we have get just like this. It is very simple now. You can also write with me. The product is the here para-bromophenol. Now one thing I want to say you, which we have to discuss already in my previous video. Which product is the minor or major product? Always one thing important here, this is the major product which you have to observe in this case, and this is the minor product. This reaction is very simple. Instead of halogenation, we have to do the reaction, that is the here nitration of the phenol. These types of reaction we have to also observe. Are you recall where I have take this reaction? Here it is very simple. Again, when the nitration of the phenol is takes place, we have to take the nitric acid. Nitric acid have the formula HNO3. HNO3. This nitric acid we can write just like this, HONO2. HONO2. So here when the phenol is react with the nitric acid, then the reaction we have to forward just like this. Here again one thing is important. While the reaction is going on, here nitro group can be attached at ortho position, and the nitro group is attached at the para position, which we have to observe in previous reaction. So what, while proceeding the reaction, I can write just like this. This nitro group when attached here, no doubt there is a formation of here orthonitrophenol, and again this nitro group we have to attach here, no doubt there is a formation of para-nitrophenol. Which is the major product here again? This is the major product, which is important. So in this way we have to forward the reaction. Here if you have to observe the byproduct, then byproduct is the H2O. H2O is the byproduct. One thing I want to clear your doubt. Here we have to write in at the side of the product two different molecules, but while balancing the reaction we are not write anything here. That means we can't take the 2 or here 2. Why? Because here the minor product is formed in this reaction is negligible, so it is not considered for that. So it is important here. Then here we have to discuss the reaction regarding this now. That is the, again we have to discuss the nitric acid, but this reaction we have to discuss by using the here concentrated nitric acid. That is, we can again write HNO3. Again we have write here HONO2. This is the concentrated nitric acid. We have to discuss this reaction in presence of conc H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. Very simple reaction. Here the reaction when we have to discuss, the reaction is somewhat take place just like this. Here for balancing now I have take here 3 molecules of this, because the product is formed different as we have take here mixture of this now. how the product is formed. It is very simple and easy to be right. There is a formation of here the product just like this, 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. You can write with me now. Here the phenol as it is, this is the second position, that is the NO2. This is the fourth position, we have write NO2, and this is the sixth position. The name of this compound is the 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. It is also called as picric acid. It is also called as picric acid. So in this way we have discussed the reaction regarding the here nitric acid with the phenol. So it is very simple. Now we have discussed the next reaction, that is the sulfonation of the phenol. No doubt you have get the idea, by sulfonation means the reaction of the phenol with the sulfuric acid. Here two types of reactions we have to observe regarding the sulfuric acid. So how it is we have to discuss. If I take the sulfuric acid, that is the H2SO4, no doubt it is the concentrated sulfuric acid. I can write H2SO4 in this manner, HOSO3H. For your convenience I have to use this. I can write just like this. Then it is again react with the phenol at the temperature here 273 Kelvin. At different temperature we have to observe the different reactions of the sulfuric acid. Initially what happened? When we have to observe this reaction, it is very simple. This SO3H group can be moved at this position. This is the ortho position, and so what we have get the product just like this. It is very simple. You have write with me because this is the practice paper. I have repeat so many times. I can write just like this, and this is the SO3H along with the liberation of here H and OH together give the H2O. Anytime while write the reaction in chemistry, you always remember H and OH can form the H2O. So this is the product which we have to get. It is the orthophenol sulfonic acid. It is the orthophenol sulfonic acid. So it is important here. Now if I have to change the temperature, the reaction is somewhat changed. If I have to write this temperature, that is the 393 Kelvin, 393 Kelvin, then the reaction is somewhat changed. That means instead of here ortho position, we have get the para position. Now this group is moved towards the para position, and the reaction which you have to get, it is very simple. Again you can write easily. So we have right here SO3H, that is the para sulfonic acid. I can't write the name of each product here. Why? It is for you. You can see which product we have to get, that the paraphenol sulfonic acid. So it is important here. So in this way, very simple reaction we have to discuss. Initially we have to do the halogenation, then nitration and the sulfonation. All these reactions we have to discuss in our previous video. Where? Are you recall anything? No. We have discussed this reaction in the halogenation. That is the halogenation of the haloarenes, nitration of the haloarenes, sulfonation of the haloarenes. So this is we have to forward. Again you have made this reaction. So I have said chemistry is easy. You have only pay more attention what we have to discuss. Okay. So dear friends, here I want to change the sequence of reaction for your easy and better understanding. Why? Riemann-Tiemann reaction and Kolbe's reaction we have to take next part from, that means after the three reactions. But before that we have to take the another three reactions. These three reactions which we have to take, after that three reaction we have to take. It is very simple. So see, we have to proceed with that now. Initially we have to do the oxidation of the phenol. this reaction frequently observed in the, that is oxidation reaction is frequently observed in the chemistry. So those agent we have to always use, you have to be know about that. For that we are take the phenol just like this. I can write the phenol somewhat just like this. Now this phenol is react with the oxidizing agent. In my previous video I have take the oxidizing agent just like this, CrO3, that is the chromic anhydride. Another oxidizing agent if you have to use, that is here Na2 Cr2O7, that is the sodium dichromate, and the here H2SO4. So these are the oxidizing agent, either this or this. It can give the oxidation. Now when the oxidation of the phenol takes place, there is somewhat different reaction we have to observe. How it is? See here, I can write just like this. I have explained this after writing the reaction. So we have get the reaction just like this. There is a formation of here or para-benzoquinone, that is p-benzoquinone. Para-benzoquinone. Now this is somewhat different reaction. Why? Because here in phenol we have to observe 3 pi bond, and here we have to observe the 2 pi bond. Here there is a mechanism regarding this, but this is not a part of your syllabus in the state board. So what, I have discussed this mechanism in my another video, which is useful for the student of the those are prepared for the NEET. And so what, I have discussed this in this video. I am not interested to increase the length of the video here by saying the mechanism. Okay, so in this way we have do the oxidation of this phenol. Then after doing the oxidation, we have also do the two reaction regarding the here hydrogenation, that is the reduction. So initially we have to discuss the reaction regarding the here catalytic reduction, hydrogenation of the phenol. Catalytic hydrogenation of phenol. No doubt you have get the idea. Here hydrogen used along with the catalyst, so it is important. Now see here how the reaction is we have to perform. Initially again we have to take the phenol. It is very simple now. Write with me. And now this phenol, that is the vapors of phenol and the vapors of hydrogen, is passed over the here catalyst, that is the nickel. What is the role of catalyst? Catalyst always increase the rate of reaction without actual take part in the reaction. That means it can enhance the reaction at temperature 433 Kelvin. 433 Kelvin. So here what happened? It is very simple. Here in this case the product is obtained just like this. For that we have take the 3 molecules of the H2, that is 3H2. Here we have to get 3 to the 6 hydrogen, and here we have get the product just like this. Product is the cyclohexanol. So in this way, when the vapors of the here phenol and vapors of the here hydrogen pass over the nickel at 433 Kelvin, we have get the cyclohexanol. How is this compound? Here there is present the 6 hydrogen. One hydrogen come here, another here, third one here, fourth one here, next here and next here. So all the hydrogens move just like this. If you have to observe the structure, I have write just like this. All over this position we have to observe. And so what? Here we have to give the name cyclohexanol. It is important. Now next reaction again we have to discuss, that is the here reduction with the zinc dust. By using the zinc dust we have to discuss here. That is the reduction of the phenol. In this reduction, we have used the zinc dust. We have to use the zinc, just like this zinc dust. When the reaction is to be proceed, what happen? It is very simple. I have say very simple reaction of the phenol we have to observe. This zinc and O, they get combined, there is a formation of zinc oxide and H is here as it is. So still again we have to get from the phenol the benzene. No doubt this is the reduction process. Initially I have say you phenol which you have to get by replacing one hydrogen of the benzene by the OH group. Finally, this is the final reaction actually. Finally we have get the benzene again. So in this way we have discussed the here reduction of the phenol. So these 6 reactions are very easy. Now we have to move to the next reaction, that is the Reaumur-Tiemann reaction, and the next reaction of the phenol, that is the Reaumur-Tiemann reaction. Dear friends, I want to say one thing to you. This reaction is abbreviated in the abbreviated form given in our syllabus or textbook, but I want to extend all this reaction. You have to write in your notebook like this reaction. Simple. So see here how the reaction is proceed. Pay more attention without any botheration, because it is very simple. You have to understand easily. Here we have to discuss the reaction of the phenol, and when this phenol is initially react with the here aqueous NaOH. I have take here aqueous NaOH. Initially what happened? Now here this H and OH, they togetherly combine, there is a formation of H2O, and that means H2O is liberated here and we have get the compound just like this. Pay more attention and write this reaction in your notebook, because by this process you have to understand the reaction easily. There is a formation of sodium phenoxide, that is ONA. So initially we have take this reaction just like this. Now this sodium phenoxide which is formed in this reaction is now react with the again chloroform, that is CHCl3. It is react with the chloroform. Then what happen next? Here this chloroform is attached here. While attached here, one hydrogen is replaced by this now. This one hydrogen and one Cl, they get combined and there is a formation of the here HCl, and we have get the reaction just like this. You have to write with me now. Reaction we can write just like this. It is very simple. Sodium phenoxide is as it is, only there is a here attached CHCl2. What is liberated here? We have to take this chloroform just like this. It is very simple. You can write with me. Don't be cramped this reaction. So we can write this NaO, this product, that is CHCl. Now while I am writing the product, I can write the this product structure. I can write just like this. Again it is react with the here aqueous solution of NaOH. So I can write here NaOH. In the aqueous in the nature we have get here aqueous solution of NaOH, but we are take here choice of the NaOH. It is aqueous in nature. Now when this reaction, when this NaOH we have to use, this Cl and this Cl is now replaced by the OH, and so we have get here are liberated here twice NaCl, and the product which you have to get here just like this. It is very simple. OMA, here there is the CH, OH and OH. Now here in this reaction, from this structure now, HOH is liberated, that is water is liberated, and we have get the compound just like this. I can write just like this. Water is liberated here, H2O is liberated. There is no space, so I can write just like this. I can write the compound. It is very simple compound. No doubt it contains the here aldehyde group. So we have right here sodium, and here there is the CHO. So in this way, from this we have get just like this. Now on acid hydrolysis, I have again proceed the reaction. While we are doing the acid hydrolysis, that means we have to react with the aqueous HCl. HCl, aqueous HCl. Sometimes it is also used here H3O positive. H3O positive means H2O plus HCl actually. And from that H, only H use here, that is H3O positive. So here reaction is very simple. When it is on acid hydrolysis, what happens here? This Cl and this Na, they get combined. There is a formation of NaCl, and this H is attached here. So what we have get the final product, that is the here salicylaldehyde. Salicylaldehyde. So in this way we have discussed this Riemann-Tiemann reaction. If you have to move from by this process, you have to easily understand this reaction. I want to again make it for this. Okay. Here, when phenol is reacted with the aqueous solution of NaOH, this H and OH they get combined. There is a formation of H2O and Na is attached here. So in this way there is a formation of sodium phenoxide. Now this sodium phenoxide is react with the here CaCl3, that is a chloroform. This chloroform is attached here by liberating one hydrogen and Cl. There is a formation of HCl as a byproduct. We are getting the compound just like this. We are take again this compound here, but we have to write in this manner with the hydrogen, chlorine. Again it is react with the aqueous solution of NaOH. Here what happened? This Cl and Cl it is combined with the Na. There is a liberation of twice NaCl, and this 2OH is from here. Then here from this compound hydrogen water molecule is liberated, and we have get here compound just like this. This is on acid hydrolysis. That means by using the HCl, aqueous solution of HCl, we have get the finally this compound. How it is this? This Cl and Na they get combined. There is a formation of NaCl, and this H is attached here. So we have get just like this. This is in this way salicylaldehyde is formed here. So this is the Riemann-Tiemann reaction which you have to observe here. Now next reaction we have to proceed. Now next reaction we have to discuss, that is the Kolmogene reaction. This reaction is also equivalent to the here Riemann-Tiemann reaction. So here what happened here? When the phenol is react with the aqueous solution of NaOH, again there is a formation of here sodium phenoxide. This sodium phenoxide now react with the CO2 at 398 Kelvin and 6 atm pressure. 6 atm pressure. Now what happened here? Here in this case we have to observe rearrangement of the rearrangement of the reaction. What happened here? This COO is attached here, and Na from hydrogen from here move here, and Na is come here. And so what? We have get the compound just like this. Like this rearrangement we have to observe in chemistry many times. Here we have observed there is the OH
and the product which you are get just like this. NP. Okay. Now finally, again this is react with the acid hydrolysis. On acid hydrolysis of this, we have get just like this. Acid hydrolysis, that means we again react with the HCl. Here now this Na and Cl, they get combined. There is a formation of NaCl. I can write just like this. It is very simple. And this H is now attached here. We have get the salicylic acid. In previous reaction, salicylic aldehyde is formed, and here we have to observe there is a formation of salicylic acid. So it is very simple. In this way, dear friends, we have to discuss here 8 reactions. Out of 8, 6 reactions are very easy. You have to do this reaction in previous video. And these 2 reactions are somewhat different, so pay more attention. And I want to say you, don't cram the reaction. It is very simple. Certain technique regarding to recall 100%, I have to say you in my certain videos, and this is uploaded short tips on the my YouTube channel. Okay.